This video is a direct homage to the Hunger Games because of all the shaky camera work. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I've decided to go in vlog mode because I am filming a bookshelf tour. Because I've run out of content for the month of July. I have things planned that are good, I hope. But I can't film them right now. So instead I'm going to film a bookshelf tour, whether you like it or not. And yes, it's in the style of the Hunger Games because the camera work is going to be so shaky. It's unbelievable. It's literally the cornucopia scene, but with my books. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, but whatever. Yeah, I've never shown my bookshelf on my channel yet because it's in a really weird part of my room where the lighting like sucks. I have overhead lights, so any angle is just like bad and I don't want to show it, but I'm going to show my bookshelf today because it's cute. Yeah. So like anyone who watched BookTube between the years of like 2014 to like 2017, I was influenced massively, and I thought that even though I wasn't a booktuber at the time, I needed to have the most beautiful bookshelf ever. I needed to have hundreds and hundreds of books and these beautiful white bookshelves. So that's what I did, and now you'll see. They're not the prettiest, they don't have fairy lights or anything, but I do have Funko Pops and like decorations on them, so I think they're pretty cute, and I did reorganize it for this video, so at least I got some cleaning done. Please leave a comment down below telling me not to buy a third bookshelf because I'm seriously on the verge because I have no room. Like you'll see, I literally have no room for any other books, and it's getting bad, but I don't want a third bookshelf because my room is small already, and adding a third bookshelf would literally be like cramming myself in a closet, so I don't really want to do that. But if worse comes to worse, I guess I'll just like live in a pile of books. I have no idea what my bookshelves are called. I know that they're from IKEA, and I know that they're the cheaper ones. They're not the Bailey ones. They're cheaper. I think they're probably only like $30 each, and I constructed both of them myself, so pat on the back for me. So enough of the intro, let's get into the video and I'll show you my bookshelves. So here's my bookshelf. My room is literally so small that I can't get a good shot of it like all together, so you're just gonna have to deal with me as I like pan down, but there it is. I got 10 shelves. Most of them are filled. Kind of scary. Don't really want to spend another like $60 on bookshelves. Not looking forward to that. So this first shelf is my Cassie Clare shelf, I guess is what I'll call it. I think I'm kind of a baddie because I have every single one of the Mortal Instruments in original hardcover. I actually worked so hard to get these. I went to thrift stores over like a various amount of years because when I first read these, I took them out from the library. So I have all of them in like pretty much first edition hardcover, which honestly is kind of crazy. The only Mortal Instruments book that I got on release day was City of Heavenly Fire, and I also bought Clockwork Angel right off the bat. Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess I both got thrifted, and then all of the Dark Artifices I bought on release day. Shelf number 2 is a continuation of my Shadowhunters books because there's all the short story collections and the codex. We have the first pop figure of the tour. It's the man himself, Thanos. And behind that I've got this like cactus vase, which is like cute, I got for my birthday. And then this little thing that my mom got me, Sleep Less Read More. And then I've got the Gentleman's Guide and the Lady's Guide. I don't know if it's like a duology, what I'm supposed to call it, but whatever. I've got the first book in the Raven Cycle. I've got the Diviners, the Bone Season, and Children of Blood and Bone. The third shelf is my contemporary shelf, and I can say, like, so proud that the only book that I haven't read on the shelf is Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I'm like knocking that one out this next week. So after that, I will have read every single book on the shelf, which I'm so proud. But I've got Dumplin', The Unhoneymooners, Autobiography, The Hate U Give, On the Come Up, Tell the Boys I Live Before, that trilogy. 3 of Morgan Masson's books I don't have, Since You've Been Gone or Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, but I think I do need to get them. I just want to get them in hardcover to match. I have The Sun Is Also a Star, Red, White, and Royal Blue. I have History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green and Simon Verses. And my favorite Funko Pop that I own is my Spider-Man Pop. I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite Marvel hero. I mean, Captain America second, like a close second, but I love Peter Parker. My fourth shelf is my fantasy shelf. So I have my giant stack of V.E. Schwab books. I love V.E. Schwab. I love my editions of Darker Shade of Magic. I've read all 3 of these and I love them so much. So these are like super cute. I really want to get the special edition ones that are like black, but am I going to pay another $30 for a hardcover? I don't think so. I also have Vicious, Vengeful, and then The Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. I have the first 2 books in the Grisha trilogy because I actually only bought Shadow and Bone. I thrifted Siege and Storm. So I don't have, Ruin and Rising. I don't have Ruin and Rising. And then I have the Six of Crows duology. Love that. Remember how insane BookTube and BookTwitter, oh my god, it's so dusty, went for these, like, sprayed edges? Like, seriously. BookTube went absolutely crazy. This was, like, a main selling point of Six of Crows. Then I have Scythe and Thunderhead. I feel like these books actually aren't talked about a lot on BookTube, which I think is so sad because they're so good and so interesting. I'm so excited for the Toll. Thunderhead, seriously, this had one of the best cliffhanger endings and, like, plot twist endings I've ever read. I was so tense and I wanted to know. I was like, what just happened? It's so good. If you haven't read these yet, please read them. They're so good. Really interesting look at mortality and, like, what it would mean if humans couldn't die. Then, of course, I have The Cruel Prince and the Wicked King by Holly Black. I'm so excited to read Queen of Nothing when it comes out in November. And then I have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is one of the only books on the shelf that I haven't read, but I've heard so many amazing things about. I will read it soon, though. This is a rubber baby that I got in Granville Island in Vancouver. So it's this little rubber baby, and I didn't have anywhere to put it, so it just sits here. Next is, of course, my Harry Potter shelf. It's a little messy right now because I haven't rearranged it, and somehow, like, at least, so 3 of the books have gone missing in my house. Not like they're gone, like they're missing, it's just that they're hiding somewhere else in the house because we've, like, reread them. I have the first 3 of the illustrated. I only have the first 2 here right now, though. And I have a whole bunch of these Lego minifigures. They're so cute. And I just keep them on the shelf. Behind that, I actually have Harry's wand. This is from the theme park in Orlando. I actually got this as a gift from my grade 2 teacher, which was so nice. I've also got a little carton of Bertie Bott's Every Flavored Beans. And I also have a Marauders map back there. You can't really see it because it's tucked away. And then I have 2 Funko Pops on the shelf. I have the Niffler from Fantastic Beasts. And a Thestral from, this one shows up in, like, Order of the Phoenix, I think, actually. Yeah. My next shelf is looking a little sad. It's a little empty. But this is, like, my adult and thriller and just, like, classics random shelf. I have It by Stephen King. I wanted to read this when the movie came out, but I didn't because it's literally huge. I got about 100 pages in. I have Daisy Jones and the Six and Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Right next to that, I've got Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I've got Animal Farm. I've got Frankenstein. I've got This Dark Endeavor by Kenneth Oppel, which is like a Frankenstein retelling almost. I haven't read it, but I want to. And then I have The Elephant Vanishes by Haruki Murakami, and I got that for a class that I did last year. And then I have my Agatha Christie books, my 2. And then There Were None and Murder on the Orient Express. And then I have Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, The Outsiders, Pride and Prejudice, and my 2 library books that I have out right now, Emergency Contact and Skyward. And the Funko Pop for this shelf is Bucky Barnes, The Winter Soldier, Love of My Life, King, Legend. This is by Sarah J. Maas and Company shelf, I guess is what I'll call it. I have pretty much all the books in the Throne of Glass series except Kingdom of Ash because I just decided I didn't want to read her books anymore because I didn't really want to support her. Yeah, but I have all of them. Resting on top there is my Swiss Army knife that I got when I was reading Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight when I was in Europe. And then I have the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy, and I have Truth Witch, Susan Dennard's book, and I put them side by side because they're best friends. I also have The Winter's Curse, Fallen Kingdoms, Flame in the Mist, Ember in the Ashes, A Torch Against the Night. I haven't read the middle 3, but I have read Ember in the Ashes and the sequel, and I thought that they were quite good. Next is like my vampire YA shelf. I have all my books of the Vampire Academy series. I also thrifted majority of these, which I'm quite proud of. I found Spiritbound at the dollar store, actually. It was seriously $1.50. I don't know why it was at the dollar store, but it was. And then I have the first book in the Twilight series. I have the first 3 selection books. And I have this like anthology that was released by booktubers and authors like a few years ago. I still haven't read it. Maybe I should and like make a video about it because it was a really interesting idea. Then I have 4 books of the Bloodline series. I have the other 2. My sister is reading the first one and I'm reading the 4th one right now, so they're just not on the shelf. And the Funko Pop on this shelf is this guy, I think his name is Sharut from Rogue One. This is my second to last shelf, and I have all of my sci-fi on here. Illuminae is supposed to be right next to Gemna, but my brother is reading that, or he's claiming to read it right now. I don't think he actually is. I have The Martian, Red Rising, Warcross, Renegades, and then I have all of Marissa Meyer's Lunar Chronicles books, including Stars Above and Ferris, the short story collections. And I have Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. That was one of the best sci-fi books I've ever read. It's so good. It's about like society after an illness wipes out pretty much the entirety of the population, and it follows like an acting troupe. I also got this book for a class. It was so excellent. If you haven't read it and you want a really good sci-fi book, I recommend picking this one up. It's so excellent. Then I have a little mug of bookmarks, and the Funko Pop for this shelf is my man's Poe Dameron from Star Wars. Oh my god. If Storm Pilot does not happen in The Rise of the Skywalker, I'm literally going to end it. So here's the very last shelf, and this one is like packed full. This is all of my Percy Jackson and Rick Riordan books. It also has all of my Hunger Games books and all of my Divergent ones. This is what I like to call like my YA shelf. It's so packed, and I have like a little statue of the Empire State Building, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I have a Louise from Bob's Burgers Funko Pop. I almost forgot, I also have decorations on top. I've got these like geometric wire things, and then I have this little owl, and I have like fake IKEA potted plants. Got like a little penguin stuffy and like a little reindeer. So that's what decorates the top of it, because I thought that it needed like decoration. So yeah, that's my bookshelf. Sorry I didn't go very in depth with any of the books. I don't really think I need to do like synopses for most of them, and I think I've counted and I have somewhere between 130 and 150. So 130 and 150 books, somewhere between there, which is pretty small compared to like most people who collect books and most booktubers, but I'm still really happy with my collection. And I think that before I like buy more, I need to give away some. With that being said, here's my bookshelf tour 2019. I don't know if I'll like make another one next year. It's probably not going to change a lot. But there's my bookshelf. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if this was like another rushed, boring video. I am planning to film my red, white, and royal blue reading vlog. I also have another interesting idea planned. And then I have my wrap-ups and stuff. And then we'll see from there. I have a tag planned, like I literally already said. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next week.